Howdy, folks. I'm Gouty Gold, grotesquely growing gnarled geraniums.
I'm Amber.
And here are more gnarled geraniums for us to grow. Why? Why not? I guess that's what gold grows. Don't ask me. I didn't make it up.
But you are gold, so...
I'm purple. Alright, folks, and our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Giving Away My Stepdaughter's Dog to My Nephew? I'm a 37-year-old female, and my boyfriend is a 39-year-old male, and we've been together for 3 years. He also has a daughter, a 15-year-old female, from his previous marriage. We have been living together in my house for the last 2 years, which my grandparents gifted to me after I finished my master's degree because they decided to move to a nursing home. When my boyfriend and his daughter moved in, I made it very clear that I did not want any dogs or cats. I do not hate animals, but I don't like pets, and these furry animals shed a lot of hair, which will ruin the antique furniture in the house. I also don't want any responsibility for taking care of them. My sister wanted a dog for the longest time, but when she got one, she wouldn't take him for walks or make sure his bowl was filled with water and food, so I had to carry that mental load. It was also a nightmare having to travel anywheres. Boyfriend and stepdaughter knew these terms and accepted before moving in. When I came home from work last week, my stepdaughter surprised me with a husky pup. I'm not a dog expert, but I know this breed sheds. I asked her how did she get this dog, and she said that her daddy decided to get her one as a reward for getting good grades. I was angry, and I confronted my boyfriend. He said that it's not a big deal, and his stepdaughter will take care of the animal. I told him that he has 2 days to rehome the pup or I'll do it. He called my bluff, so after 2 days, I decided to take the pup to my cousin's farm. He has several dogs, so the pup will be in good company over there. My stepdaughter was crying all day and night when she found out. My boyfriend called me a bee for taking a pet away from a child, but I don't care. It's my house and it's my rules. My boyfriend's family have since been blowing up my phone, calling me an evil stepmother for what I did, but I don't think that I'm in the wrong. Am I the jerk? All right, folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
No, I don't think OP's being a jerk here. Generally, I don't recommend giving away people's pets, but this wasn't a pre-established pet. This is one that the dad bought behind OP's back, knowing explicitly that pets are not going to be in this house.
I think that there's a little bit of a difference between getting rid of a pet who's been in your household for a day, or what was it, 2 weeks or 2 days or something like that, as opposed to getting rid of someone's dog that they've had for, 15 years because they're an inconvenience or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. OP, like what you were saying, established this a long time ago that this was a rule, and they walked all over that boundary.
Yeah, and honestly, it may be time to kick the boyfriend to the curb, too, if he thinks this is no big deal and is willing to go over OP's head in this way.
Yeah, I think that this is probably just the first of many of these types of boundary crossings, and he didn't even consult OP on this matter at all. He just made a unilateral decision that a dog was going to be in their household now.
Right, and assumed that OP would just roll over and then get upset when she was like, no, I'm not bluffing.
Yeah. So I don't think that OP's in the wrong at all. I think they have every right to be upset about this and also get rid of the dog because that's exactly what they said they were going to do. If the boyfriend really had a problem with it, they could have moved. They could still move and get the dog back, right?
Yeah.
But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And ESL's Gross says, not the jerk, because it's your house and you made it a clear stance. I feel bad for the kid because she got put in this situation by your boyfriend's bad decision, and you ended up having to play the villain. What a jerk. I love dogs, and I have 2 of my own. But if someone says absolutely no dogs in their house, it should just be no dogs. If the boyfriend had a problem with this, then he should have talked to you first. Not to mention, your main problem is shedding. Why would he get a husky of all dogs? That's actually something that crossed my mind when Amber was telling me about this story. Is like a husky of all dogs. If you want an animal that doesn't shed fur, you choose to go with a husky. That's like outright malicious at that point in time. All right, folks, and our next letter is an update. And this is an update to yesterday's story where OP has a fiance who made a very, very important taste joke about his dead wife. Update. Am I the jerk if I call off my engagement because of a comment my fiance made about my late wife? This is an update for those who have read my initial post asking for advice. Update. I promised that I would update everyone after I talked to my kids, so here's the update. It's kind of long, so I hope that it doesn't go against the rules of this community. I am also going to use this update as a way to clarify some questions that people were asking in the comments. 1. Did my fiance apologize to anyone at dinner? No, she didn't. I honestly don't think it even registered or has registered to her that what she said was wrong. 2. Does your fiance have social anxiety? Not to my knowledge, no. In all the time that I've known her, she's never shown any signs of social anxiety and doesn't have a history of it. 3. How old was my late wife? She was 37 when she passed, and we were the same age. Amanda is 41. A lot of people were asking for clarification on the time frame of her passing and when my fiance and I met. At this point in time, Kayla has been gone for about 6 years, and I met Amanda roughly 3 years after Kayla's passing. I didn't mention either of their ages as I didn't believe that was important because we're so close in age, but I understand why a lot of you folks would want to know. Now that I've clarified the things that I was asked about the most in the comments, we can get to the update. While I'm writing this update, it's the day after I talked to my kids. So last night around 5:30, my fiance left for work. She works nights most days of the week, so I was able to call my son and ask if he could come over so I can talk to him and his sister. He goes to our local college and lives in an apartment near his school. When he started college, he wanted to move out, but also wanted to stay close to us, so he settled on an apartment a few blocks away from college. He came over and I called him and his sister into the living room to talk to both of them. When they were both seated, I told them point blank that I didn't think that the wedding was going to happen anymore and that this comment that she made was unacceptable. I then, by the advice of the comments, apologized to them. I told them that I was sorry for not saying anything for so long and letting the tension thicken in our home. I told my daughter that I understood why she hasn't spoken to me and that I was very sorry for allowing her to think that I was even remotely okay with what she said. I felt pretty spineless after we had gotten back from dinner that night, so I wanted to do everything in my power to make it right with my kids during the conversation. My daughter told me that she felt disgusted by the comment that Amanda had made, even more so when I didn't defend her mother. She then told me that the past 2 years that she's known Amanda, she's felt like she's been gradually trying to push her and Sam away from me. One of the examples Liz gave was when my son moved out. He moved out when he was about to start his sophomore year of college, and when he mentioned the idea of moving out, Amanda was the one who took that idea and ran with it. According to Liz, Amanda was the one who was encouraging Sam the most to move out. To be clear, I was never against Sam moving out, but I was clear to him that he was welcome to live at home for his college years and even after until he found out where he wanted to be. I asked Sam if he felt pushed away by Amanda and if that's why he moved out. He said that he hadn't felt pushed out before he told everyone that he wanted to move, but after he put it out there, my fiance kept pushing for him to move out. Liz cut in and said that every time she brings up college, Amanda keeps encouraging her to go out of state. Liz doesn't even plan on going out of state, and she's been open about wanting to go to the college Sam is attending right now. Liz says that she feels like Amanda is waiting until she graduates high school and goes to college so that she can move out. A lot of the comments were right about the subtle comments and eventually turning into Amanda wanting my kids pushed away from me. Liz said that she was scared by the time that I eventually noticed the way Amanda was acting. Too big of a wedge would have already been driven between them and me. I told my kids that I'm sorry that it's taken me this long to notice and that I'm sorry that they've been walking on eggshells for so long. I hugged my kids and I told them that no matter what, they are my top priority, not Amanda or anybody else. A lot of comments pointed out that even though my son is grown, he still needs his father. And I made sure to let my son know that I will always be there for him and his sister, even when they are grown. The entire conversation lasted 2 hours. We covered a lot of the bases that we wanted to, and it was an emotional on all sides. In short, Amanda and I are done. I've made a point to tell my kids that none of the situation was their fault, and that Amanda is a grown woman who said what she said. My kids and I are okay right now, but they aren't 100% with me and probably won't be for a while. I'm completely fine with that, and I just want my kids to be comfortable in their own home. Amanda has tomorrow off from work, so I plan on talking to her tomorrow. I also plan on calling my mother and asking her why she thought that it was okay to bring up Kayla at dinner. I don't want my daughter to be here when this all goes down, so she's going to be staying tonight and tomorrow with Sam. So that's where I'm at right now. Not super happy about the outcome of me and Amanda, but would rather have my kids happy and healthy than have a wife. Again, thank you everyone for the advice and the harsh words. I'll update after I call it off with Amanda. Thank you everyone. Alright folks, what do you think of that one?
Well, I think it's an important step in the right direction. I mean, I do not like. I kind of, you get the feeling that there was more going on behind the scenes because usually those kind of comments don't just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that she would work on the kids instead of OP directly if she knows he's really close with them.
Yeah.
Try and push them out so she can build her own life with OP without reminders of his life before her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not cool. It's very gross, but I'm glad that OP is sticking by his kids. And
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy that OP is sticking with his kids here, and I think that this is a really important thing for him to do all this. And it's really unfortunate and sad that a relationship is over, but was it really that great of a relationship if she was this jealous of a person who can't even be there to defend themselves, right?
mm-hmm.
So I think that OP is absolutely in the right here. I feel bad that they I get the sense that they were just kind of in absolute shock at the dinner party. And he says that he was disgusted that he didn't say anything, which is understandable, right? And so I think that he just sometimes when somebody says something, it's really hard to even know if what to say in that moment, right? And so I feel bad that he was kind of even confronted with that situation because not even something that he should have been in a position to have, right?
Well, none of them should have been. Like, it was just such a cruel thing to
Yeah.
say.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So let me know what you folks think of that update. So anyhow, take care and good luck. All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea right here. And Amber, she has a joke.
Reporter, why did you take this movie part, Count Dracula? Dracula, it's a role I can really sink my teeth into.
Oh, another vampire joke. What do you know? By Jovial Bobstein. I am amused. I'm laughing hysterically. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. I'm just kidding. I mean, it was okay. We're gonna have to build a scale for Jovial Bobstein's jokes on a scale of Jovial Bobstein's best to worst. And I don't know, yet another vampire joke or it's a flattened monster joke again. I don't know what the scale is going to be though. That's the scale. And I have Earl Grey. Alright folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Happy special Sunday. You know what makes it special, Amber?
What?
Our viewers and you. That's
Aw.
what makes it special.
And you.
Oh, and me too. Wow, I feel very special now. Amber, speaking of special, we need some kind of moral advice and or guidance, and please have it in the form of a time-traveling dinosaur.
Dinosaur shows up in OP1's home. Roar! Pets are a 2 yes, 1 no situation. And then hops back in the time machine.
Yes, that would be exactly what a time-traveling dinosaur would use their time traveling for. I can agree on that. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.